is where the stars come to play.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Normani.
This is Roddy Rich. This is Wild.
The soundtrack of your day.
What's up? It's your girl Kendra J.
What's going on? This is Drake.
It's Chloe.
Yo, this is WizKid.
Power 95, where music lives. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
Isn't it great when your experience pays off? Finally, drivers 50 years and over can enjoy the benefits of their years of driving experience. With Beacon's 50 Plus plan, you can expect a hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and free windscreen cover with your car insurance. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
We are back for another one. A matter of fact, it is the final one for the week. Yeah, the final one for the week. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Junice. Good morning, Marianne, Christelle, Sanda. Oh, never saw that name before. Sanda Mark Abraham. Good morning. Welcome inside the room, guys. Final one for the week. Good morning, Kizzy. Good morning, Julianne. Hope all is well. Everybody's doing okay on this rainy Thursday. It's been raining for most of the week. Well, expected. We were given the notification by NADMA to expect that. And Wendy, why are you feeling you on work or something? Or you're still here on the beach showing off your long legs? Which one is it? Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Rawldine. Good morning, Jenilyn. Lisa, good morning. So nice of you guys to join us. Good morning, Kelly. Keisha, good morning. Yes, I am doing well. Thank you. Beautiful day on the rock despite the rain. I like when it rains. It's nice and cool. As long as I don't have anything to do outside, I'm fine with it. But we are on the heels of a long weekend again. May Day on Monday. And of course, like I said, Carnival will be launched tomorrow. There's a number of activities, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we're definitely outside again and anticipating a fantastic weekend. And again, someone drew this to my attention, that there's a number of events, right, outdoors. And people seem to have little or no regard for garbage. And the persons who are hosting events, promoters, etc., the onus is on you guys to have bins and what have you in, place where people can dispose of their garbage, the paper cups and plates and boxes and what have you. It's it's really unsightly after an event to see all these things just strewn all over the place with no regard whatsoever. So I think a little bit more effort should be placed into putting bins in strategic places so folks can dispose of their waste and not give the folk cleaning up all that work. And that on sightly site days or sometimes after the fete, you're seeing that. Alrighty, so someone says told me to one of those days I should mention that. All right, we have another crazy situation. It's a pretty lengthy one, so I have to run into it. But I've got another bit of information here. An item, a photography tripod, was found at Centennial Park 2 nights ago. Where's Centennial Park? The item is at CID and the owner can come collect it. Proper identification, of course. Anyone who you probably left your tripod at Centennial Park 2 nights ago, it's at CID, so you can come collect it with proper identification. All right. So yeah, that's it. Alrighty, let's see who's here and jump right into it. Good morning, Ellen. Yeah, people have, and another thing that really grinds my gears, seeing somebody in a vehicle and they're just throwing stuff out the window, whether on a bus or in your private vehicles, throwing boxes and cups and bottles just boom out their windows with no regard whatsoever. Just hold on to your stuff. When you get where you're going, you dispose of it. I mean, like, when you're home, do you just throw things on the floor? Do you just open your window and throw boxes and paper like that out your window? Like, why is it so hard? And the final thing again that really, really annoys me is going to an event and you go to the bathroom and people think they need to, like, just pretend this is your bathroom at home. People would go, they probably don't squat properly or they don't want to sit on the toilet, and they would just sprinkle all over the seat and just turn around and walk out. Not even like, okay, let me clean up for the next person coming back. I don't want to sit on this, so let me just get some tissue, some toilet paper, and just wipe it for the next person entering. Wouldn't have that to deal with. People just go to bathrooms and just pee all over the place, pee on the seat, pee on the floor, and just exit like nobody's business. Think about it. That's not the way you use your bathroom at home, right? And you have other people at home using your bathroom. Either you spread tissues on the entire seat before you sit, or if you can't squat and balance, if you sprinkle, wipe it up after you leave. Bundle up some tissue and just dab it. You have to wash your hands anyway. But just using the bathroom and walking out and the person entering have to deal with that mess before they can even use it, It's really, really, it's really unsanitary. It takes nothing from you just to wipe the seat for a second. Sheena says that's why promoters need to ensure that there are toilet papers in the bathroom, especially the female bathroom. Listen, I'll quicker go to a male bathroom at an event than go to the female, because it's just like, at least when you go to some events that are VIP, I mean, that is one of the things you get. They'll have folks, when they have those bathrooms, portable bathrooms, they'll have folks cleaning up and going in and, wiping up and putting a little disinfectant. And so you have that at least. But when you're just like, regular fet with no VIP, or you're just going to an event and they have bathroom for everybody, it's really, really unsightly. And I don't understand why it's so hard for people to do that. Because there's no way I'm going to go into a bathroom, sprinkle all over the seat, and just walk out. Sometimes they don't even flush and just walk out. And the person entering have to clean up after my mess. I mean, it's one of my biggest pet peeves, I swear. It's really annoying and disgusting. Really. Anyways. So we have a long post this morning. This person wants another friend situation. If y'all say it's a friend, it's a friend. It's just a friend. Who signed that, Mario? It's just a friend. Ain't nothing I can do if y'all say it's just your friend. If y'all say it's a friend, it's a friend. Someone says, good morning. My friend has been in a relationship with her boyfriend. And y'all need to listen up carefully. Like I said, it's a long one, so work with me. My friend has been in a relationship with her boyfriend for almost 8 years. He was living overseas for 5 years, and they used to travel back and forth. She has a kid, he has none. They built a house together, so she and her kid been living there. Like every relationship, they've had their ups and downs, but always bounced back. There were even talks about marriage. She has a well-paying job, and in 2019, he decided to come back home for good. He opened a little shop in the area where he lives. If anybody know about anybody that come back, y'all can do the math. In an area where the man was away and he come back and open a little shop, y'all know who it is. Anyways, homeboy came back, opened a little shop in the area where he lives, and things was good until 2 months ago. She was saying she find their relationship changing. So I said change can be good and it can also be bad depending on what changes are made and the effect behind it. She said her man ain't doing things he used to, and he acts like he has the world on his shoulders. She said she asked him if he was okay and if he wanted to talk about the problem that he seemed to have, and he always can come to her. His response was that everything is fine. On the 8th of this month in Bathway, okay, while we were hanging out, one of his friends pulled her to the side and told her that her man has a 2-month-old child. She laughed and didn't believe him because he usually troubles her, asking her for, a woman, relationship, whatever. And it isn't the first time he has something bad to say to her about a man. Now, while she was doing her Easter cleaning, she stumbled on a DNA test proving that he is indeed the father of the 2-month-old child, bearing in mind that she had 2 miscarriages for him. I don't know how to help her. As for now, all I'm doing is listening to her cry and vent and checking up on her. She's asking me what I think she should do, and I don't know what to say. It hurts to see my best friend like this. Any advice from your readers will be greatly appreciated. And forgot to add, he hasn't said anything to her about the child or the DNA test or nothing of the sort. Like I said, she's asking what she should do, and I don't know what to say. So she came to the room seeking advice, how to advise her friend how to deal with this situation. And then it does get vexed when I call them problems, eh? No, that is problems. Why do people think, why do people have to just, why people can't just be straight up? Why people can't just say what it is? I mean, there's a lot of things you could forgive. You could forgive cheating, you could forgive lying, but how do you forgive a whole little person? How do you forgive a man for a whole little person that, he brought into this world and didn't even have, didn't even have the respect to let you know. You have to hear it on the street. That's not something you can hide. Eventually she's gonna find out. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you do the do, you have to be prepared to deal with the consequences, right? You can't play mass on frayed powder. You can't be, let's say you have to be in it to win it. You can't play mass on frayed powder. If you know that you're cheating and you're not using protection, having unprotected sex, there's a number of things that can result from unprotected sex. So y'all must be man enough to do all these things, but not man enough to speak the truth. I don't understand. Speak the truth, cost it what it will. Y'all big, bad, and bold and brave. Y'all brazen, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. But the truth is the hardest thing to get. If you can do all these things, you can make plans, cheat, do this, do that. Why can't you just be man enough to say what it is? And if the person wants to deal with you, let that be her choice. Why do people think it's okay to take the choice away from you? So that's a whole, 8 years invested in a relationship, build a house together, not married, come back, build a little shop, and have a 2-month-old baby. Boy. Someone said it the other day, and I'm going to say it again. These situations is making single life look so appealing and so amazing, and it's like you could go to sleep at night not having to worry about who's lying for you, who's cheating on you, who's stressing you. You can just go to sleep and be okay. You're making single life like, you know what? You have somebody, what they say, friends with benefit. We hook up. When nature calls, you do your do and you bounce. Don't leave nothing at my place. Don't leave no toothbrush, no boxers, no nothing. Just go. What the song says, go in your place. Like, y'all are making it so... Hiding a mistake makes it look less of a mistake. Things happen. Just talk. Exactly. And you might be surprised that if you came and confessed and come clean, she might even appreciate you for that than hearing it from somebody else. She might even give you another chance compared to hearing this from somebody on the street and having to deal with the embarrassment. Y'all just be putting people through some embarrassing situations, and then it's like no big deal to y'all. I don't understand. She might quicker forgive you hearing it from you. You know what? Man enough to cheat, man enough to say, listen, you're going through a rough patch, whatever, and I messed up. And unfortunately or fortunately, whatever the case might be, I impregnated someone, and this is what's going on. How come people are so brave to do the do, but not brave enough to own the ish? Like, own there and say this is what it is. Like, y'all are just going around stressing people. Like, seriously, nobody even sent and call you. It says single as well as married doing the same. It's a sad situation. Says, I guess he thinks it is a hard one, but at the end of the day, you have to deal with it. It is what it is. I mean, you can't put back the baby. You can't push back the baby inside the lady. It is what it is, But it wasn't hard for you to make plan, remove all your clothes, do whatever you have to do, right? So she wants to know, this is a hard one. I don't even know how to advise her on this morning, I swear. Because for one, like she said, it's not like, a yesterday relationship. 8 years plus they build the house together. So it's a whole lot of things to take into consideration. This one is a situation where it's hard to say up and leave. But one thing for sure you need to do is confront him about it and let him know that you know and listen and hear what he has to say. Where you guys decide to take it from there, I don't know. Like I said, with, I said, you ain't supposed to build no house with nobody you're not married to. It's easier said than done, I know, but someone says she ain't even know on no chance after that. She may say yes, I forgive, but trust me, deep down she would grow to resent the guy and by extension the child. That is something you have to take into consideration as well. That could be one of the outcome. Kelly says it's not easy to tell your woman you got another woman pregnant. So Kelly, if it's not easy, why you went back up? Why all you went back up? Why you went at least say, you know what? I know what I'm doing. I'm not supposed to do it, but the least I can do is be responsible. Yeah, going in. Yeah. Nothing to... Yo. So it's like, you know what? Let me enjoy myself now. I'll deal with the consequences after. So it's basically a situation where you don't care. I'll deal with whatever. Let me just feel good and feel nice now, and I'll deal with whatever happens after. If I get catch, I get catch. If I get catch, well, we continue. Dan, you say you know who pay. There does know who pay. I say when dance break, it does know who pay. Yeah. So when dance break, it does know who pay, or something like that. So you having unprotected sex, one. And you have a problem saying what it is. You had no problems having unprotected sex. Not even say, let me use a little protection in case. Because, mama home, I respect mama and whatever. Nothing like that. Honestly, I really don't know what to tell her in this situation. It's like, because there's a lot of things to take into consideration. One, the home they share. I mean, they don't have children, so but they built a house together. So how does that work? If common law relationships where you build house and the relationship end or you're about to end it, how do you, because the man could say he ain't going nowhere, he put money and he's staying in the house, and she could say I ain't going nowhere, but you're the one who messed up, I'm not leaving. Oh Lord, what a tangled web we weave, I swear. Boise song ain't real good. I find I need to hear Boise right now. Let me play a little bit of Boise. Only problems are they giving. Only worries and problems. Like all I hate to see people and women have peace.
I don't want no worries, want no fight. I just wanna live my life right. Cause Jaja taking me to higher heights. I stage in my life where we just good vibes only and good times only. So stay away with
your own man hate to see you in peace. Imagine if your man doing you that, what people doing you. Your own man in your house, you're living with, a whole man that say they love you and care for you. They want to see you at peace, stressing you. What you leave for people on the road? Huh? Caller, I'm sorry. Return the call 440-9595. What advice would you guys give her? I honestly don't know what to say today. Today's not a good day for me. I don't know. I really am blank. I really don't know how to advise you. It's hard to say leave. It's hard to say, but one thing's for sure, you got to let him know you know. Yeah? You need to let him know that you know. What's going on with the phone line? Morning.
Aruna morning.
Oi.
Is a Kalaloo, is a mix up. There's so many things, Aruna. Right? There's a lot of things that you had to look into that situation. You understand me? Because she had to sit down and decide what she want to do. She had to look at all the expense that happened in that relationship, all what she spent, all what he accomplished, all what she accomplished. And it's a long journey for her. I'm sorry for her. Right? As a man, I'm speaking from my heart. It's a wrong thing that he did. He has no forgiveness for that. That's what I always say. I put him in neck and I block. When you play that next tune, just play that next tune for me, Aruna.
Alright.
Put him in neck and I block for you.
Alright, Papa, I hear you.
That's what I always say. When I go in it, I'm making me call, let she know where I'm going, what I'm doing. So anything she know. I don't hide it. Just play that next
So
tune.
you know.
Understand me?
I hear
You
you.
don't make them hiding. Because right now, everybody, all women in leggings looking good. But just the mistake we just make.
Close your eyes, Papa. Close your eyes.
But I run a long weekend.
So you're outside.
Outside, I like clothes.
Well, Papa, don't forget to walk with your bag. Eh?
Me, Aruna,
Don't forget to bag up.
I will I never leave it. You know.
All right. Well, enjoy
Never
yourself.
leave it. Have a nice weekend.
You too.
All right.
Why say you outside? Don't forget to walk with your bag on them, Papa. All right. Yeah, and that's why he was acting like he had the world on his shoulder for real. He had the world on his shoulder because he's stressed. 2-month baby, and you don't know how to tell her, you don't know when she go find out. So that's why he was walking around looking like the world is on his shoulder. You have a whole 2-month baby on his shoulder with the next woman on his shoulder. And you know how to tell her nothing. So that's why he was stressed. The world was on his shoulder for real. He was stressed. Papa stressed out big time. Someone says, but she has to make a choice if she wants to stay and try to work it out. The funny thing in society always expects the woman to forgive and forget that she should accept an apology. Yet if the shoes were on the other foot, he would choose option 2 to move along with his baby mother. I find it funny how people can't be honest about certain situations. That is deceitful and sneaky, and she'll have to talk to him. I would leave him pronto. Someone says, nah, this one is hurtful. I say leave because he's wrong in all angles of the matter. He cheated, got a woman pregnant, hide it, and still have the audacity to not own up to his act. But at the end of the day, it's still her choice. She can forgive him and move on, then she can stay. But if she can't forgive him, she just have to move on with life, praying you get your share of the property. Someone says, his episodes are too much now. I could only imagine how the lady feels. But honestly, I would pretend as if everything is normal, let his conscience beat him. Well, woman, I know how to do that. At some point, we're going to talk. You know how much times my mouth say to me, you know what? Stay. You know how much time my brain tell my mouth to stay silent? And then 2 minutes later, I'll be like, I find it's funny how. That's always how we start. I think it's funny how. And then you move on to what you find was, the story. But there's a lot of times our brains will tell our mouth to stay silent and be like, all right, brain, I'm going to listen to you today. And then like 2 seconds later, I find it real funny how you so and so and so and so. You can't hold that. How can you hold on to that knowing, okay, watching a man walking around the house moping, world on his shoulder, wondering what's going on. Now you know what's going on. There's no way she's going to be able to hold it. And she shouldn't. Why should you carry that burden for somebody else? Let him know. Let him know you know. Listen to this one. Wow. I am sure he was helping raise his stepchild, her child, so now it's time for you to help him raise his baby. Step up to the plate and be a good stepmom. That is normal thing. You know what? Forget you. Person said, shame to tell you, conscience beating him. You afraid you take the shop on the house. But that is trying. If you don't tell you nothing, go on like normal. At attack most him and all will be yours. We know it's you. Somebody go see what camera you have on battle. Why are you suffering yourself on heartache? I'll say, you know what? Tell the man what's got. You know what he knows, and hear what he has to say. You can decide what you're gonna do after that. It's a hard situation. This one is a sticky situation. Someone says people who know. What says? Sheena says people who know details and can move normal cannot be trusted. Y'all can kill people for real. How do you move along like normal? How do you carry on like normal knowing that this man has a child with somebody else that you don't know about? What says the shop? The world is millions of years old. 100 years from now, none of this really matters. They've been having miscarriages, so they've been trying. Take the blessings in the dark because we never know where this story will end. Maybe a future Olympian or PM in this country. Stick it through. Let him know that this is not acceptable, and let him keep one eye open as long as he lives. The shop is a pension in old age. Your child will take care of you in your old age. Wow.
Good morning, Aruna.
Morning.
Nice topic this morning, right? And I read in some of the comments. Aruna, only people who in this situation would understand what this guy was feeling, right? Sometimes when a man set out, sometimes he doesn't set out to do the wrong things, but sometimes things happen. And then when you think about the fact that, you're living with somebody, you love that person, and you know to go and tell her the truth, sometimes when you think about the implication the truth would cause, and you don't want to lose this person, you tend to walk around with this baggage. And I could speak from experience because something similar happens to me actually. All right. The only good thing is that something good came out of it. All right. Because I still remain with the person. I still have my son, and she's one of the best mothers to him as well. You understand? So it's only people who in this situation will understand mainly. All right. And then I'm not saying it is right. And then again, I'm not saying it's a wrong thing in a sense. Because you're supposed to be honest. The dumb thing about it is you're supposed to be honest. But sometimes with the honesty, you tend to lose a lot more. So sometimes you tell yourself keeping it a secret is the best way to deal with it until, the person finds out.
Thanks for your honesty. Appreciate that. But if you look at it, though, from time immemorial, women have always been the one to forgive. And I'm sure we can go back to instances where our grandparents and great-grandparents knew grandpa had 2 and 3 other children in the village, and everybody came home and eat. Grandma take care of everybody, and she forgave him, right? But let the roles be reversed. How come men aren't so forgiving as women are? There are women who have 2 and 3 children. Men, their men or their husband or their boyfriend have 2 or 3 children outside the home. And they forgive the person and playing their role. But let a woman cheat on a man. We don't get that same forgiveness. It's one time, same time you're out. I can't even read this comment. Hold on. You need to edit that comment. Good morning.
Good morning, lady.
Morning.
It's not always the case, and here I divert a little bit this morning, that men are not forgiven. I know of several cases where, 4 cases in particular, men catch a woman in the act. And
are you singing so low? Your hand over your speaker or something?
I don't know where I am. Okay. And they forgive each other, probably because I was lying down. They forgive he forgave her. Another thing, between 5 and 10% of the children in this world have the wrong father, quote unquote. That is not the father they gave them. Where do you think that came from? The woman. The woman is the one, because men don't claim they probably just claim it, but the woman have to indicate to them that there is a child. So in a lot of cases, there are.
So could you just speak a little louder? You're kind of low.
I don't know. I think I'm speaking so loud. Anyway, it's better.
Yeah.
Right. There are a whole lot of children in this world that their mothers made. When the man make it and he admits, sometimes it's not even his. So sometimes this man, for example, that child may not even be his. With 10%, a possible 10% of the children in this world having false father, all of the falseness come from the mother. I am not trying to justify anything here. I consider myself a fair person, but the constant saying about about men and how wrong they do. Women are 10 times more discreet than men. That's why you know about the man wrong thing. And men to show off, generally. They like people see them as what you call them children say, a shatter. Is that the correct thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are shatter. So them will openly move with women, go party with them. A woman will calmly go take her thing, wipe her mouth, and come back home. I do not think men, quote unquote, harm any more than women do. And all these false children in the world, they come directly from women. These false fathers that children have is mothers that give them that. So be a little bit more sympathetic to men, a little bit more organized, and do not constantly say single life. What you hear are the ones like you told me, what you hear, what come before you. No one with great relationship will come before you because it is going good. I wouldn't call you and complain about my relationship. Well, I would even call you and tell you how good it is. But it is great. As a matter of fact, you could congratulate me in time. Saturday will be 34 years of marriage for me, right? So it is not necessarily fair for you to consistently say singleness is so great and whatever because you don't know about.
Well, they say who feels it knows it, eh? At this point, it's looking very good.
Well, right, that's how we're looking. I could tell you I'm looking great too. Well,
You're one of the lucky few. Thank God for life and that.
So, you don't necessarily know it is few. What I tell people, me and men always argue. When they tell me about women so bad, I tell them, I say that because they see them as bad. I say you have the majority of women in this world are good women. But you don't see good women because they're home, they're taking care of their family, they go about them and others. They are not in show, but you see this bad girl, quote-unquote bad girl. And I'm very respectful of women. I don't like calling women names and that sort of thing. But so-called bad women are very noticeable. So you see them. And they might
so how about we just call a spade instead of all the justification and trying to how about we just say the man was wrong to do that, or the man should confess up to the lady and let her know so she can move on, instead of trying to justify why we do things and why we shouldn't.
That's what I tell you, I digest. Because I did not, I divest from what you're saying because I more or less was a bit worried about the constant bashing of men that the men that get bashed. Yes, if you did that, if that is the whole story, he is wrong. That is not debatable. He is wrong.
Gotcha.
We all make mistakes, but don't say women alone are expected to forgive men, because I know quite a few men that forgive women for doing the same thing, even when they don't even know that the woman give them wrong child. They don't even know it is not theirs, but they know they had relations and they forgive them. So I think it is not like the men alone do that wrong thing and get forgiven. Women do another wrong thing and get forgiven too.
Gotcha.
So we should balance it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying none of them are correct doing that. It is mistake, wrong, whatever you want to call it. I put it that way. But none of them is correct, and it's up to them to work on it. Decide if she's forgiving him. If she isn't, then tell him, let me split this thing and see how it goes.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Alrighty. Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta call a speed a speed. It is what it is. Hold on. I'm trying to WhatsApp keep spinning a couple messages here, but it's not I don't know. This WhatsApp been acting up for the past couple of days. I don't know. It's still spinning, not coming through. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I feel sorry for this young lady this person in this situation who is trying to figure out if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Just that little detail about the miscarriage seems like if there was an intention and there's a hope for the couple to have a child, or it may just be him just wanting to have a child. Nonetheless, any means necessary. But seeing and knowing that it's going to hurt his partner, he may have had regrets. That's why he didn't say or speak up. That's me making an excuse for him, trying to see that maybe he is a good or he does have good intentions. But the actions itself are wrong, and he's going to be judged according to his actions. So how it goes for her now is if she wants to stay, she knows what she has to put up with going forward. I don't know or if it is a situation where he wants to have a relationship with a child mother or with a second woman or the said woman, whatever we're going to call that person or that situation. But I'm guessing because he did a DNA test, he wants to make sure that is his. So he's on a responsibility. Or if it was forced on him, given to show him that this is his, he has to take over responsibility.
Gotcha.
Many cases, things could start in the dark. It can come out to be a blessing. It can be. I'm not saying it's always wrong, but as human nature, we feel slighted, we feel cheated. Someone feels that, okay, I'm doing everything that I need to do, and you're still going out and do this, or I'm paying so much attention to us as a family, to us as a couple. You're not even married, but you look at all the other couple. Anything beyond, I think, because of law and society, anything beyond a certain amount of years, you are privy to the same things as being in a full-fledged contractual marriage.
Gotcha.
So it's beyond 7 years, whether it's just a common law wife, either way he looks at it. So she's entitled, if she wants to go her way, she's entitled, according to law, to at least the portion of what they accumulated together.
Okay.
Now, we may say, okay, yeah, it's something that no one wants to have repeated. I think it's more the fear of it being repeated. My mistake happened, going forward, no problem, but seeing that it continues is a problem. So straighten up and fly straight.
Gotcha. What's that? Thanks so much. I have a good one. Boy, I tell you.
Reading the topic now, I get a better understanding. Or if the case is that they're living together and you went outside and make a child with another person and didn't tell her and she find out, he's 100% wrong. Right? And from a man point of view, what I would have done, rather than try to justify it, I would accept that I'm wrong and try to see how best we could work the problem out. If we can't work it out and the woman decides to leave, I can't be upset as the man because of the fact that she didn't know anything wrong. I was the one responsible for the wrongness that was done, right? But what I'm saying again, it have the women who would normally be angry for a while. It have those that may be understandable and work things out or try to work things out. But typically, if that's the case, he's 100% wrong. And what he should do is own up to the wrong that he did, and try to see how best now he can fix the wrong with the relationship he's in with and move on from it.
Sheena, I'm not even sure. I think it's my line that's beeping. I don't even know what's causing that beep anymore.
So you mean to tell me a woman gonna find a whole paternity test and she know what to do with it? That story ain't making no sense whatsoever. Tell her, try back on Monday and type it over, and this time make it a little shorter and tell us the truth. Because it ain't adding up.
What do you mean he ain't adding up? What not to add up? The man have a whole child and did a paternity test and he ain't hide it good. You see all you watch. I can't even read that one. Say a man will be happy and still cheat because he can. Not all the time people cheat because they're unhappy. You just get a reason and you can, and you get the opportunity, you do. Sometimes nothing to do at home. Home is probably on point, everything good at home, you have nothing to complain about, but an opportunity presents itself and only one part of your body can think and the other part you just follow its lead, and before you know it, you end up in these stupid situations. So it's not that the man unhappy at home or problems. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're unhappy at home all the time. Because I've spoken to men who said they've never had an issue, they're good with home, but the excuse they use is man will be man. Okay. You get an opportunity, so you take advantage of it. You get an opportunity to sleep with somebody else, you take it. And you get caught. Anyways, she can't come back Monday. Monday is a holiday. Maybe Tuesday. Anyways, that's all the time we have today. Thanks everyone for checking in for another week. Thank you so much for joining us inside the ladies' room. Appreciate you sending all these all the scenarios and your situations. Remember, you can send them to me Facebook Messenger. Yeah, you can send it to me via Facebook Messenger, and I'll be more than happy to share and of course discuss them when we get it. All right. Someone was asked me this morning. A while ago, someone asked me, how secure is my... Hold on, let me read what they said. Good day, how secure is your page? I'm afraid after sending what I have to people gonna want to hack. I said, well, I've never had any issues with my page. You say, okay, I'm going to circle back tonight I've got a lot of files to bust. Got to see which to let go of first. So seems as though we started off the week. Next week we have a very exciting week ahead of us because this lady says she gonna circle back and give us what she have for us because it seems like it's gonna be very juicy indeed. Anyways, thank you so much, Western Union Beacon Insurance, for taking care of us. We'll see you guys next week, God's will. Have a good weekend, y'all. Have a good holiday, and of course, stay on the safe side. Remember, it's a long holiday, lots of activities. Carnival will be launched tomorrow. And remember, COVID-19 is still very much out there, so please be cautious. Venturing into crowded spaces and events and what have you. Noticing very few people wearing their mask. I'm one of them, getting too complacent and comfortable. Gotta remember to walk with my mask regardless. And, let's keep safe. And of course, the motor and public drivers, please be careful. Those of you drinking and driving, please be careful. And speeding for absolutely no reason. Let's see if we can make this a safe one. Yeah, and hope when we come back on Tuesday inside the room, we will not be talking about any negative vibes or negative or anything of that sort. But we'll be here to mind people business. All right. So I'll see you guys next week for another ladies' room. Until then, be safe. Jackie, I'm still waiting on your question. Jacqueline, I am awaiting your question. My Facebook page is Aruna Neptune. I'm awaiting your question, Jacqueline. All right. Thank you.